I don't. There's nothing here for me.
Oh, that's come on.
Brother, are you good? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&D Rewind. I
And
am Dakota.
y'all, and I'm rich. I'm a sad individual right now.
Why are you sad, Richard?
I think you know why.
Viewers don't know why.
Bears got us this time.
Yep.
The Bears got us this time.
And they most likely won the division.
Yeah, we still have 2 games left. So it could because we still have half game,
Mm-hmm.
half a win with the tie.
Yep.
So
We'll see.
yeah, I mean it's going to be close. The very last game, we have Ravens and Vikings. So that's our last few. But other than that, it has been a hectic few weeks. Um, a lot has happened. Uh,
Yep.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Um, we didn't record last weekend because I was sicker than a dog, and
We
like if it I was, I mean, if I couldn't just sit here and talk, it was pretty bad.
yeah.
So
Yep. And this past week we just had to deal with some personal family stuff, and so we weren't able to kind of make up that. So um it definitely has been a hectic couple weeks. Um, so, um, today's episode, uh, we're going to kind of talk about kind of just, sorry, my brain's kind of a little foggy, but we're going to talk about kind of welcome to Derry because the season finale came out last week, which was awesome. It was so good, so good. Um, we're going to talk about that. The Supergirl trailer came out. With the man to the left of me isn't very pleased with what he got. I was hoping that at this point we would get a Doomsday trailer, which I mean, if you have gone to go see Avatar, apparently you have seen it. Um, but
yeah,
I'm waiting on that. So once that trailer comes out, then we'll do a little quick just thoughts on what we think of the trailer and make a little short on that.
mm-hmm.
Um, with that, let's go ahead and start talking about Welcome to Derry, dude.
you
This
s-
guy, this
you
guy.
stopped yourself.
Yep, I did. This guy keeps making fun of me because my go to transition phrase is with that being said. Um, I think I said it maybe like 4 or 5 times at the end of the last episode. Admittedly, some of them I cut out. I'm not ashamed to say. um,
I think we need to start with the Supergirl trailer first.
you want to talk about Supergirl? All right,
Yeah, because
let's
that was
do
the
it.
first thing that happened within the past 2 weeks. The first thing, at least,
Yeah.
from my knowledge.
Okay. Tell us how you're feeling, Richard. You just
I don't. There's nothing here for me.
Oh, that's come on.
Brother, are you good?
There's just nothing there. There's nothing there for me at all. They didn't win me over once. Maybe the coolest thing was like her screaming in outer space. I guess that was probably the best part of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, that's visually cool, and it looks like she's going through some stuff, which in the film, and if they're following the comic, she's gonna go through a lot, and apparently this is a very dark film. It's darker than Guardians Volume 3. It's tonally supposed to be darker.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but I didn't get any of that in this trailer. They didn't show me that this is supposed to be a serious movie at all.
Well, to be fair, it is the first trailer, and I don't know. Typically, if they do it right, they're not gonna give you much about the story in the first trailer. It's gonna be, oh, look at all these cool things that will happen in the movie, like these cool shots and everything. The next trailer that we'll get, I think, will go more over the story. Even though you kind of get the premise of what the movie's going to be about, obviously she's grieving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you obviously, she obviously went through everything on Krypton, and then she was supposed to come and come to Earth to take care of uh Clark, Kal-El. I probably just
Cal, yeah.
completely butchered his name.
No, you
Um,
got it right.
and because she was late for that too, she carries a lot of guilt, and so you kind of see her drown that stuff in alcohol and all that. Um,
You know, like one like huge plot point in that comic
hmm,
that's gonna be in this movie that they kind of hinted at it in the trailer.
what's that?
So the like in the moment in the trailer, you see a city being like taken.
Hmm.
So that's a city, like that's her city and stuff. So where she like grows up at, and apparently, so that city gets salvaged from Krypton. So Krypton explodes except for that city. So instead of everyone just immediately dying over time, they kind of just start going crazy, which is why this character is the way she is.
Hmm.
So that's why at the end of the trailer, she says he sees um, what did she say? He sees uh she left.
Hmm.
Um
I'm kind of blanking out on it too, but I know what you're.
but whatever she says at the end, I can't remember, and because I've only watched the trailer one time and I didn't care for it. But like I've been watching like other YouTubers talk about this stuff,
Hmm.
and the whole he sees the good in everybody, but I see the truth. That's what she
Yes. Yeah.
says. So that immediately goes to, okay, yeah, not everybody is just good, because she saw a part of humanity with her people in that city pretty much going crazy and attacking each other and probably doing crazy things to each other
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
So, but here's my problem is that they want to give us this apparently this movie's super dark in tone, but so that's a good line, but then immediately right after that, we get a shot of her smiling. And I like I'm sure that moment in the movie that's her. That's gonna be her moment, saying, "Okay, I can be a hero. I can. I don't have to do this stuff to myself. I can accept this stuff and accept and whatever." But for a first trailer, I don't even think it was a teaser. I think it was a trailer. That was a full-on trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I got like the tone is it's supposed to be dark, but nope, we want to put fun stuff in front of it and in a piece of music, which I think needs to be to set the tone. Music is gonna always always be the number one factor. A piece of the score from the movie at some point, because that's what they did with the first Superman trailer. They gave us a piece of their score that's in the movie. And that's why I really liked it. I really liked the first Superman trailer. But this is just not, it's not doing anything for me at all.
Um, I think it's going to be kind of like Guardians 3, to where there's going to be like, humor and all that stuff like they did in the Guardians, but then when they were talking about like Rocket's backstory, there's a very dark tone to that. I think they're just going to be doing the same thing with this, to where there's going to be overall there's going to be this funny feeling towards Supergirl. Like, she's going to be like a comedic relief, whether she's trying to or not. But there's going to be that dark side that she will reveal about what she saw on Krypton,
Yeah.
because um, it's either what you said, like either she just ends up seeing all these people go crazy, or I'm even simplifying it. Maybe she just witnesses all the corruption that happens in Krypton in its final days, and so that's maybe that ultimately that's what she's also talking about. It's just um, like the people that she was supposed to look up to protect everyone ends up turning against everyone and ends up killing their own planet. So I'm excited for it. I wish that you would have liked it more.
Me too.
Um,
Because I really love these characters.
Ultimately, I think you're going to end up liking the movie. I know you're a little disappointed with the trailer. I think you'll like the next trailer more whenever we get that. And then ultimately, I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say that you're going to like this movie more than Superman. Which I don't know if there's
As
much to
long,
say that because you rated Superman kind of just above average.
yes, I did.
So
I need to watch it again because I had only seen it that one time. But again, there was just nothing there for me
Oh, that's. Come on.
at all. I don't need. I don't know.
and there's nothing wrong with
I
it,
don't know.
but is it because you are kind of just a bigger fan of like the darker tone that you got from the Zack Snyder verse?
Yeah, yeah, and there's just something about James Gunn's comedy that doesn't work for me
Mm,
at all. And he also does a lot of cutting away at really, really good dramatic moments.
mm,
The moment when he's sitting there with I have said this 100 times, and when Clark is sitting there with Pa Kent, like outside the house,
yep.
they're having a great moment, and then Ma Kent comes out, "Hurry, oh, what did you do?" Oh man, I was so mad. I'm like, why? Why? Just let this breathe, please. But no, James Gunn can't help himself. Um, and here's another weird thing is that James Gunn did not direct Supergirl, nor did he write it, and it looks just like a James Gunn film. So I'm just like hoping that some of these movies have an identity, because all the other DC movies that came out before these all had their own identity.
Hmm.
Um, Some of them were dark, some of them weren't. Like, we're gonna get Clayface. That's gonna be rated R. That that I can see is going to go down a really dark, serious tone, which that's up my alley
Is that a
because
movie or is that going to be a TV show?
Clayface, that's a movie.
Movie.
Yeah. Um. What else is coming out as far as DC goes? I mean, we're obviously going to get the Batman Part 2, and Scarlett Johansson's going to be part of that. And I have a strong, strong, strong feeling that she's going to be a villain in the movie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. And it's pretty much based off of a probably what people like to say is the best Batman film ever made. It's an animated film.
Which film?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
I thought I had his Funko. No, I don't. No, I don't have his Funko. I swore I thought I had it. Um, it's Batman and the I look like a jackass now. Mask of the Phantasm. If you saw the cover of it, you would know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that movie came out before Sub-Zero came out.
Mm-hmm.
Which Sub-Zero, incredible, by the way. I
I love
love
that one.
Sub-Zero.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, Mask of the Phantasm. If you didn't know, spoiler alert. If no one, if people have been living under a rock in the DC world, um, the Mask of the Phantasm, the villain in that movie is a chick, and Scarlett Johansson resembles a lot of this animated version of the character. She looks just like her.
Okay.
So I think that's what they're doing. And that also sticks with the grounded reality in the Matt Reeves world, because I just don't think Mr. Freeze, like, characters like that work. I don't think they'll work.
No, I don't think so either.
Like
You
characters
kind
like
of
Killer Croc and stuff. Like, yeah, you're getting to the weird side of the villains
Killer
that
Croc doesn't
are
work in that universe.
no.
Um,
But throw them in the DCU and it'll be just fine, because that world is already established, and it they can go weird.
yeah, like I wouldn't mind a Mr. Freeze and Brave and the Bold.
That would be pretty sweet.
Um,
But we need, like, they need to get a good writer for that movie. They can't screw that up. They need to get Arnold back too.
what?
Oh man,
No.
he's the best
Um,
part of that movie. Come on.
I used to meet you.
Freeze.
Richard the
Oh
other night
gosh.
watched is it Jingle All the Way?
Oh gosh, yes.
The only reference I know from that, I've never seen the movie, but our buddies always makes a reference when we're playing online and be like, "Put the cookie down." And so when he told me he watched that earlier this week, I just been saying that all
Oh.
the time at work now.
Yeah, I had high hopes for that, because people put that on their, like, top 10 Christmas movies, and
Mhm,
I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this." And
mhm.
it's Arnold. I love Arnold. Yeah, no. Arnold did one thing that Stallone didn't, and is he expanded out his
Yeah.
um acting abilities.
Mhm.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have because it's rough. He is not. He ain't funny. He is not funny.
I think what's funny is just his accent. I think
It's
that's
that
that's what's
his
funny.
accent is a huge part of it because it's all one note. So he can't. He doesn't have like comedic chops at
Yeah.
all. So like anytime it was, there was a moment where he was supposed to do a little quip. And she's watching that trash ass trailer right now. I lost my train of thought. Um,
Sorry, guys. We're trying our best. We are definitely very tired. Very
yeah, it's super late. Anyways,
very tired.
yeah, but yeah, no, Jingle All the Way. I do not recommend it. I mean,
Ooh.
if there's people out there who do love it, all power to you. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was charming a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, because I do like the whole family dynamic thing, but
Have you seen? Was it?
everyone in that movie is very obnoxious and loud.
Have you seen
It's rough.
Kindergarten Cop?
No.
Dude.
Wait. I don't think it sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
It's another Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
movie. Where he's a undercover cop and he plays a teacher.
I wonder if that was later or if that was
It
earlier.
was a '90s movie as well. Um, but
I wonder if that was like after Jingle All the Way though, you know what I mean? Like I wonder if he was that any good? Is that funny?
to me it is. To me it is. Like I think
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher it, but some kid asked him about. I think he was talking about like a tumor, either on his leg or his arm, because obviously he's jacked. And
Yeah.
just like again, Arnold himself isn't probably the funniest, but it's just his accent and so how he delivers things
Yeah.
is funny because he looks at the kid. He's like, "It's not a tumor."
Oh yeah. that's a that's a good funny Family Guy joke too. It's
Oh, is
not a
it?
tumor. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you're gonna add that in.
All right. I'll add it in.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's literally it's so funny because it's like it's a Family Guy like quick like little joke,
Mm.
and it's like they said something about it's like you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger without the accent or something like that, and then they cut to him and he's like, it's not a tumor. It's so good.
Oh
But,
man.
anyways, yeah, Jingle All the Way. Don't recommend it.
Yep.
I would say about
Not that you wanted
I
the
would say a
recommendation.
4 out of 5, or no, 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, we did a 10. 4 out of 10. But what else? What have you watched lately other than Welcome to Derry?
So I'm super super late to the party, but I did finish Fantastic Four this morning.
You did nice. What do you think of it?
Um, I'll say that the end battle was pretty decent. Besides that, it's not my favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Um, and you know what's crazy? I'm not. I don't know all the, like the lore or anything behind Fantastic Four, so I don't know how Richard Reed is as a character. To me, it was very clear that Pedro Pascal was playing a character.
Yeah, he's a character actor, man.
I don't know. I just didn't really believe him as a character, and it's just to me. I don't know. It seemed his acting it to me at sometimes was just kind of just not it.
So he's supposed to be playing this. I don't know what year it's set in, but this like super like straightforward. Um, I don't know what year it's set in. I think it's like 60s or something
Mhm.
like that. Um,
Well,
But
it's
like
set in the 60s, but it's on a different Earth, so like their
correct. Yeah, yeah,
technology
yeah,
is
yeah.
all different.
Yeah. But is it the way he portrayed the character? Because that's how he was wrote.
Yeah. And maybe. Um, Normally I'm a huge fan of Pedro Pascal. I loved him in the Last of Us, the movie he did with Nicolas Cage. I loved him in that. Um, I don't know why, and maybe it was just because I'm not a crazy fan of Fantastic Four, so it could have gone either way for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really like Johnny in it.
Okay.
Just because I think some like in the early live action, with Chris Evans,
Mm-hmm.
I think they just made him way too annoying in those movies.
Yeah. I mean, he was. I thought he was good for what they wrote for him to do.
Yeah, I
Just pretty arrogant, and I didn't find him like Chris Evans got pretty good comedic chops too.
no for sure. It's just like he was just to me he was an annoying character, which
Right.
I think that's what Johnny is. It's just it was just a little too much for me. I liked him in this movie. Plus, I like the actor. Um,
Yeah, he's a bit more. He's arrogant, but he's way more dialed back. For
he's
sure.
way more
Yeah.
dialed back, and he's definitely family oriented.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is the whole crew. That's part of the reason why I love this movie so much,
hmm
because the whole like the Fantastic Four, we never really see them as a family.
yeah,
Always see them as like a team.
yeah,
So I loved that about this movie
yeah.
so much.
I love Ben, the Thing. Um, I think he was done super well. You get that the little hint of like, damn, like he's struggling like with his image,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not thrown in your face too much.
Yeah.
Like again, how I kind of felt it was in the original live action movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of like beat you over the head with it a little bit,
mhm.
not too much, but yeah, yeah. It's just like everything about this movie is way better than that first one that came out in like
Yeah.
'07.
First one was in '05, and then either '04 or '05, but the second one was '07.
Okay.
There was a 2 year difference. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, no, I mean, obviously, yes, everything. And that's what you kind of expect from an MCU movie. At least I hope is that there's going to be good writing in it. Um, and maybe I just have to rewatch it, and I think I was just kind of I don't know what I was expecting from Pedro, but it wasn't my favorite, and maybe it's just because for some odd reason I kept trying to um like how like the father figure that he is in the Last of Us. um he he you get that in this, but it's definitely more of like a person with a science experiment because
Yeah.
he's trying to figure his son out,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
And
yeah.
dude, I love Fantastic Four. I thought that movie was so much better than Superman, but that's just my taste. I actually think that it's set on a different world and a different universe works so much better than it just being another movie in the MCU in this like timeline.
hmm
And also the futuristic like 60s look
yeah,
is so awesome.
yeah, no, it looks really good.
It
um
is like the best choice they could have went with, because if they could have just given us another cookie cutter superhero film.
yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, I was kind of surprised with how the movie ended.
Yeah.
because I guess with what you see in the post credit scene in Thunderbolts
Mhm.
when they get the notification and you see that it's the Fantastic Four spacecraft.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers on a movie that came out in May. Um,
You never know.
true. Um, honestly, I thought like since they make it clear, at least to me, that they make it pretty clear that they are on a completely different Earth.
Mhm.
I thought they were just going to do it to where they lose in the end. Like
Right.
Galactus is going to be destroying the world and they have to get out last minute.
Yeah, I thought that's what was going to happen too, but no, they saved the world. Everything went back to normal,
Yeah.
but I do think that Doom can pretty much like walk into different timelines anytime he wants.
Yeah, I'm super uh that the post credit scene in Fantastic Four definitely made me super excited. I'm curious on if they're going to do kind of like what they do to where Victor on was on that mission with them and something bad happened and so they kind of just like wrote they almost kind of just like wrote him out and kind of like cut him out like the Fantastic Four did
Mm-hmm.
to make themselves not look bad for what potentially happened to Victor. Or maybe it's a completely different story. I'm not sure.
I don't know where. I think I know a big part of Doom's story. For a while there, I thought it was just going to be Tony as Doom,
Hmm.
but the more stuff that comes out, and it is, I think it is Robert Downey Jr. playing Victor Von Doom. He's not he's not
Tony
Tony
Stark
Stark playing Doom,
in some
like
sort of
being Doom.
alternative universe.
Yeah, because that's a thing.
Right.
He's a super strong villain, but Doom is like top 10, one of the strongest villains in the comic books, like Marvel comics.
Really.
Yeah, yeah. At one point he can. I don't read comics, but I've just seen so much stuff that like he can pretty much punch through Thanos's chest, rip out his spine, and that's like that's how strong he is.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah, he is OP. Um, but though, like, there's other things. Like, there's a trailer, and it's in front of Avatar, but I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. I've already seen the trailer,
I haven't.
but I don't know when they're going to release it. And I mean, at this point, is it even really worth waiting for? I got a feeling they're probably going to release it tomorrow. Um, but do you just want me to tell you what it is?
No.
God, man, because I really want to tell you.
No.
I really because there's something that happens in that trailer that I think actually Amanda. I'm gonna give credit to Amanda because this is actually a pretty good theory. But also, there's also another theory that happens, but I can't say anything. Are you aware of what's going on in this trailer
No.
at all? God.
No.
Okay.
Just because I mean, because I looked it up after after I finished the movie because I thought I heard that it came out yesterday and then I was just like I just kept seeing a whole bunch of other stuff and then obviously I was seeing like shorts of what seemed like people were in theaters and were recording the screen.
So
But
you've seen thumbnails. You had to have seen thumbnails. I know you're aware of what's going on in this trailer. Come on.
I don't want to say it because I don't know. I don't know. I just like I'm so weird as far as I'm just going to deny it until I see that it's confirmed. Like
It is confirmed.
Like, what I mean is that until I see an official release from Marvel Studios YouTube of a trailer, that's when I.
So I guess we're gonna talk about trailer next week.
What the day that it comes out, we'll do the same thing we did with Supergirl.
Okay. I guess we'll do it short. Okay. Let's see here.
May the Lord
you.
bless my hand. Hit me.
What else is going on? What else is going on? I guess guess you want to like hop into this Welcome to Derry then. I can't think of anything, and I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
missing a few things.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. Um, I don't think so. Um, we'll definitely just get into Welcome to Derry. I know that. Are you planning on watching Avatar this weekend? Obviously, it's Saturday night as we're recording this, so
No. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Because I literally have to work. I have to base a day around it pretty much.
yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go watch Fire and Ash. I want to so bad, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to at all. Tonight, Amanda and I were supposed to watch Way of Water, but she didn't get a nap earlier,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm actually surprised she's still up. But no, to answer your question,
Well, I I'm still trying to decide if I care to watch it.
you still need to wait. You said you've seen Way of Water, right?
No.
Okay, then don't go and watch Fire and Ash.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, obviously, if I was wanting to go see that, I would watch uh Way of the Water first. I just don't know if I really care to, because I'm going to have to watch the first one first to get reminded of that, and I just don't feel like dedicating like almost 6 fucking hours.
That's the problem with these movies.
That's a
You have
problem
to
with
you have
every movie nowadays.
Well, I'm not gonna bash it for it because I love long movies, especially if I can just be immersed into it and I'm not looking at my phone or checking the clock and
Right.
which I don't do with for the Avatar movies. I don't at all. I'm entertained the whole time, and I love those movies a lot. I really want to watch Way of Water. I need to watch it up here on this TV, but I think we're gonna watch it. I was thinking about it earlier. Amanda and I are probably gonna watch it next Wednesday night. Right.
Next Wednesday night.
Yeah, before Christmas. Because she'll be off and I will be off. So I won't be able to I won't work the next day. And she's off Christmas Eve, so we're probably gonna make a plan to watch Way of Water that night. Because she hasn't seen it. So
Okay.
but Fire and Ash, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the theater to watch that. I don't know. If I can somehow figure out a way to, then I will. The problem is that I want to go to Columbia and watch it. I don't want to go here.
Yeah.
Even though I do want to sit in their newer seats, and our theater just got like completely like revamped, new speakers, new screens, everything. So, but I don't know. have to see what I can do with that because I really, really want to go watch those movies.
No, for sure.
But
Sorry,
what
I
else we
didn't
got?
have much to add to that. Just like I said, I'm not too crazy interested in that movie, and maybe I'm super wrong, and I'll go back and watch them a couple years from now and be like, "Oh, dude, these are amazing." Oh.
Dude, they are though, man.
I
They
don't.
are.
Yeah, I think here's my biggest struggle, um, is so I'll get like my like time to myself at night, and I'm really bad about like starting to watch something and then falling asleep. Hence why I said that I finished Fantastic Four.
Yeah. See, I
Because
think that can kind of mess up viewing your viewing
it
experience.
it definitely does. It definitely does. Unfortunately, that's kind of just how it is. Just because I don't have time during the day to sit down and watch a 2 hour movie. Um, there's just so much other stuff, especially now with holidays and everything. Um, so maybe maybe like hopefully they come out with some interesting movies or whatnot. During potentially like the slower times where we might be able to get a day or two that we get off early. We can go catch a movie or something
Yeah, eventually
because that's really
things will start slowing down in January, so we might be able to do that.
yep. We'll see. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and transition to um Welcome to Derry. Just because I was so excited to talk about this, and now that we're finally here to talk about it, I'm like, shit, I need to go back and rewatch the last episode
Mm-hmm.
because my mind is kind of foggy on it at this point because it's been almost a week since I've seen it.
Mine's not.
All right, well,
I
good for you.
I I'm actually surprised you're able to you're foggy on it because that I'm gonna remember this show for a long ass time. Specific episodes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why my brain works that way. I mean, obviously, with everything that had been going on this week, my brain has been on other things. But uh, even with that being said, I also just have issues with remembering even this, you know, some of the bigger things that happen in the show. If it's been a week since I've watched it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's shocked. All right, well, let's go ahead. Why don't you start? Give we don't necessarily have to talk about like what happens in the. We don't have to give a synopsis of the episode. It's pretty fucking awesome. I do remember that. So go ahead and tell me how you're feeling. Like what did you think of the episode? What did you think of the show in general? And finish off with your rating of the show
Okay.
altogether. And then potential predictions of the future seasons because I think they've already came out and said that there's going to be season 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so go ahead.
Welcome to Derry. Let's say probably some of the best television I have watched. I don't watch a lot of TV. I only watch what I want to watch. I don't watch what like, you know, w-
You don't necessarily
there's so
go
many
out
TV
of
shows out
your
there. So like
comfort zone.
I'm from what I have seen over the past 10 years, probably some of the best television I've seen in my freaking life. I mean, probably some of the best TV since I want to say Stranger Things season 4, but probably also season 1 of The Last of Us. Because fuck season 2 of The Last of Us.
Ye-
It's another day. Um,
Yeah, that's a touchy subject for me.
it's the show is so good. Like I couldn't believe how good Welcome to Derry was.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting it to be a mid. I was expecting it to be a mid show that was only good when you saw Pennywise.
Yeah.
Instead, it was a great show that was fucking amazing when you saw Pennywise.
Yeah. Great characters. One specific character that, well, two characters that one character is my MVP for the whole show,
Mhm.
and then another character I fell in love with because they had the best arc out of everyone. Can you hear me?
My bad.
Um,
Go ahead. Sorry.
and Bill Skarsgård needs to win something for this.
Agreed for sure.
I don't know what they do for television for awards. He needs to win something for this role because he was chopping the scenery up so much
Mm-hmm.
when he was in the Pennywise costume and
Mhm.
out of Pennywise costume.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely mind. You're gonna have to cut this out because that threw me off.
Little buff.
I was just I couldn't believe how good he was. Put the cord around your phone.
Nope. I think it's fucked up. All right, just keep talking. Jesus.
I'm just blown away. Absolutely blown away. I was going to say I was going to say the two boys at the very beginning of the show.
Uh-huh.
This is spoilers, by the way. So if you haven't seen Welcome to Derry, go watch it. I don't know what you're doing because it's incredible. The two boys at the beginning of on literally episode 1, which set the tone completely. Reminded me of Freddy and Richie from It Chapter 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure it's Freddy and Richie who had the banter.
Yeah.
Reminded me of them completely, and I was like immediately like, oh yeah, these characters are awesome. And then boom, they die in that
Dead.
theater. Just
Rip.
gruesome, crazy. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. Did not think they were gonna
Didn't
go
one
this
of them
far.
get like fucking ripped in half or some shit?
Yeah, by this freaking baby bat thing. I don't know what it was. But Margaret, I think that's her name. Is it Margaret? The glasses?
Yeah.
Marge?
I think it's March. I think it might be Margaret, and that might be her full name.
Best arc in the show.
Mhm.
By a large margin because nobody else in the show was as good as her and was written as good as her. And Richie is my MVP.
Yep.
Not Richie, but Rich. Which later on down the line, she has a kid names him Richie, and that is who we see in It Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
But That was so. Did you know the actor, Rich? That actor, he was 15. Did you know that, dude? I thought he was like a 9-year-old.
Damn.
I was like, how is this kid so good? But oh yeah, he's okay. He's 15 years old. That explains it.
Still a 15-year-old. That's still crazy.
That's crazy, but I thought he was way younger than that.
Yeah, he's tiny.
And he came across as like a child. Like a 15-year-old is a child, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
I mean, those characters blew me away. I mean, me and Amanda were sobbing. We're sobbing watching that episode 7, which I think episode 7 might still be the better episode,
yeah, no.
even though how freaking epic episode 8 is.
I'm gonna have to
I s-
watch. I'm gonna have to watch episode 7 a third time now, so then I can watch them back to back. Because honestly, right now, I would have to say the opposite. I
I'm
thought
not gonna
episode
argue.
8
I will not argue with that.
was insane, insane.
I didn't expect it to be as epic as that was.
Hmm.
I knew it was going to be good because the whole show was already super good.
Yeah,
I did not expect that level of craziness from
yeah.
Annie Machete.
Craziness, trippiness. Um, it takes your mind places, for sure. Whenever I watch that shit, dude, I was literally just sitting there with my for like the entire hour.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like it was just so mind blowing. Of because sometimes I definitely get nervous when it gets to like midway through a season and you're still adding things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, how are you going to tie everything together? Dude, they tie everything together perfectly.
Yeah. And
And
they kind of leave it open ended, but at the same time, closing of a chapter. Let's move on to the next.
yeah, no,
There's so much fulfillment, so much.
yeah, and it's one of those that I feel full from it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I will be excited when season 2 comes out. But if they came out and announced like, hey, that's the only thing we're doing with season 1,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, there'd be disappointment for sure. But I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. Like, you finished their story. There's nothing that you still need to go back over.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do get a little nervous when there's multiple seasons. And you're talking about, you know, a villain that's just like, okay, how many times is this villain going to die and then come back and die and come back? Because obviously, this is a prequel to what happens in um it chapter 1. So then it makes me wonder what the next season's going to be as far as timeline wise.
Right.
Are they going to try and fit another season between season 1 and chapter 1?
Nope.
Or will they go even further back?
They're going further back. If you remember, in It Chapter 1, what's his name? I can't remember the kid's name. The chubby kid.
Mm-hmm.
Billy. Billy. Yeah.
I relate, Billy. Chunky boys out here get the pretty ladies. Gang.
Um. He is the one who does all the research on
Mhm.
Derry. And I don't know if you remember him talking to his friends saying, crazy things happen in this town all the
Yep.
time. And then he runs through a list of like
Crazy things
crazy things
yeah.
that happen. And one of them was the black spot.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to go back even further. I think the
Yeah.
black spot was the last thing on his list. So I think there's like they're going to go do one of the moments before like time periods. I think it's like 1906 and stuff like that, like that far back.
Dude, everything that they did in this series, they're not going to be holding back at all. There is supposedly in the book, there's supposedly this scene where this lady goes in to check on her baby,
Oh yeah,
and Pennywise is eating the baby.
yeah.
And I remember them talking. I remember like there's like rumors that they were going to like maybe potentially allude to that scene and like the movies.
In chapter 2 specifically.
Yeah, and I was like, no, they're not going to do that because like they definitely they go a little bit in the movies. Nothing compared to what they do
They don't go
in
this
the
hard. No.
Yeah, it is insane.
Which is nuts to think because like the first thing you see in it chapter 1 is Georgie his arm getting cut off and the shot from up above of him trying to crawl away and you see Pennywise's arm stretch. It is a fucked up visual. And then you see the old lady, which I don't know if you caught this because later on in one of the houses, I don't remember who's living in that house at the time, but that house that old lady is standing on her porch, that sees the blood in the rain, that house is in Welcome to Derry, and one of the main characters' families is living in that house because I recognize the shade thing sitting like on the
Damn.
and it's literally pointed like it's exactly the same. And let me tell you something. One of the main things that I loved about this show, continuity. Continuity was on point. Everything, like, it was exactly like his movies. This show was exactly like his movies. Visually, music, and, like, there wasn't a moment where I was like, I don't remember that being there, in It Chapter 1, because this is the same town, but why is that there? Why is that there? Never, never had a moment like
Mhm.
that. And that's that kind of stuff, like music specifically. Music specifically will it'll pretty much give me like a one full like
Point.
grade, one full grade up.
Mhm.
Um, but I think the continuity wise is just, dude, it's so good. It's so good. And that's like I'm a stickler on that because like there's some moments specifically when Rich dies. There's a moment of
Spoiler.
well, yeah, there I spoilers was from earlier. Um, there's a specific music key that happened like that they play
Yeah.
when Rich dies, and
Yep.
that's like that specific piece of music is it's in the other two movies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like dude, that's so good. I love that kind of stuff because that is like it feels like a world.
Yeah, you're tying everything together into it's the same universe.
Yeah, it feels like its own big world
Mm-hmm.
because they could have easily just done like just they could have this show could have been botched badly, like badly.
Oh yeah.
They could have dialed back the gore, the language, um, They could have just been lazy on it, but they didn't. I mean, it took forever for them to make it, but they got it done. It was well worth it.
You know, it's crazy. I'm more than willing to bet part of the reason why it took them forever to make it was because they took so much time to make sure that everything matches up.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can also just kind of blame like all the writer strikes and stuff like that happened that took forever
Yeah.
to get resolved.
All right. So obviously, episode 8 is your favorite episode.
No, no, no.
No. Sorry. Not episode 8. Episode 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Episode 7. If you had to pick between, I don't even like counting it chapter 2 because it is such a bore and it's so disappointing. So I'm just going to say it chapter 1 because it chapter 1 to me is borderline a damn masterpiece.
Yeah.
Um, you have to pick one. Which one are you picking?
Like chapter 1 or episode 7.
Yep.
Dude, I mean, I love all the characters in it chapter 1. I like those characters more. Because I think their banter is better. But Pennywise in episode 7,
Dude, Pennywise in episode 7.
good. Bill Skarsgård, dude, the opening, honestly, the opening to episode 8 is insane.
So,
No, I know that, but what I'm gonna revert back and forth because episode like the opening to episode 8,
Mhm.
it dude this show feels so big because of like he takes these kids and they're all floating behind him while he's in his carriage. It's so fucking crazy. But episode 7, I think only because of I want to say it's the opening to episode 7 when Bill Skarsgård is playing like is like
Mhm.
the clown
Yep.
back in I don't know what the date was. And we pretty much see the origin of Pennywise and what he takes the shape of because before that, I thought he just took the shape of a clown because kids are attracted to clowns, which is part of the reason why he took the part. But I actually didn't think he took the shape of somebody that existed
Yeah.
at one point. I was surprised. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, this is cool. Because I did not think, I thought they were just going to be like, oh, yeah, he's a clown and he looks weird because he's an alien and he can't fully be perfect because he's an alien taking shape of something else. But nope. Dude, Bill Skarsgård in that moment when he's just human, like the human version, show me the bow. Man, dude, that whole scene was so good, dude. He has this like
Dude, that wasn't
weird
scripted.
like
Holy shit.
that was not scripted. He has this like weird like kind of droopy ish kind of
Yeah.
like oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, how they talked back then. Yeah. Because I know I was there.
But then he's chewing up the scenery again whenever he's talking to when the daughter thinks she's talking to his dad, her dad, sorry, and he's like, "Well, I'm Pennywise, your dancing dad,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "Come to Papa," and that whole scene when he's chewing on the head, it is so good, and I think
What did you do with him? I hate him.
Oh, yeah, no, and the fact that he's like trying to find an excuse, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I can just say that." If you see the look on his face, he's like looking around. He's like, "Well, I hate him,"
Yeah.
but he doesn't need an excuse because he's a fucking alien. He's actually a god. But anyways, uh, if I could watch one of them over again right now, it would
No,
probably.
you have to pick one. Like
I have to pick one.
yeah,
Like
to where
it's
you cannot watch the other one ever again.
okay. You can't have the other one ever again.
Yep.
Chapter 1 is like 2 hours of greatness. I'm probably still gonna say it chapter 1 because it is still an hour longer. Um, but this 1 hour episode is like that is it's right there. I think it is as good as it chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say the whole show is, um, because I would say like episode 2 and 3 and 4 are kind of like they're good. They're just not to the level of 5, 6, 7, and 8. Or even episode 1.
Yeah. You know what I was surprised by?
Hmm.
How much Pennywise we got. Because what episode is it when he finally appears? Is it
5.
episode 5 is when he finally appears?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because he's literally, yeah, episode 5. He appears in the sewers.
So you get like 5 hours worth of a show before Pennywise finally appears. And then I was like, okay, you're probably going to see him here and there, whatever.
Well, because he's always been there
Yeah.
to scare the kids,
Right.
but him like as the clown, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. No, the amount of Pennywise we got after that was phenomenal. I like the flashback scene. Um it was super different, but I just liked um how crazy episode 8 was. Um because we had just watched it, I was getting some like feelings of Black Phone too
Yeah.
because they're out on that frozen lake.
Oh man.
Um
When he's at first, I'm like, is he skating on the ice right now? No, he was actually just skipping on the ice, expecting to like, because he was like screwing with the kids.
mhm.
He's like, oh, they're not going to get this done because I think he knew that they needed one more.
Yeah.
Um, he's just over here just skipping away on the ice, and it's weird because it's visually it's weird because he looks like he's in slow motion. Um, dude, yeah, I was getting Black Phone 2 vibes there for a moment because I thought it was skating on the ice. I'm like, okay, I just saw this not too long ago.
Yeah. No. How they did it was pretty great. Um
I need a rich Funko Pop of him flicking off, of him using the birdie.
do that, yeah. That was
I need
perfect.
that. I need that in my life.
It's so cliche, but it is still perfect when he's
Yeah.
doing it in spirit.
Yeah.
Um I don't know. I'm a very sentimental person, so they're at the end when they're at the funeral and the military. I forget what his name is.
The Shiner.
Mm-hmm. He
I
goes up
guess.
to the parents and he's like, the hand you're feeling on your shoulders. That's your son. He's with you.
Yeah.
And so that part I really liked. So
Yeah. I do love how they didn't really shy away from Rich at all
mhm.
in episode 8. Like Amy that the writing was so good because they could have easily just went like, all right, this character is dead, let's move on. Which is what happens a lot in shows.
Yeah.
But they kept reverting back to him. They gave him a whole funeral scene. I'm like, oh, this is so good. This is so
Yeah.
good. Because
Yeah.
they could have just done something completely different and like straightforward and just cliche. But no, they went the extra mile to pay respect for that character.
Yeah. No, I definitely appreciate um I appreciate what they did with that. Um, I I just I like the brain.
Do we need to stop for a second? You need to go splash some cold water on your face?
No, we probably need to wrap up soon anyway because we're over an hour now.
Damn.
Um, I just because what like the one thing that kind of bothered me that they would do with Pennywise is the fucking when he just like stop and do the like
Mm-hmm.
because they were doing it a lot. They did it a lot in episode 5
Mm-hmm.
when you first see him, and then he did it again in the flashback scene. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, how much of this are we going to get? Because I was already getting tired of it from the movies,
Mm-hmm.
but no. And then just after that, he's like he's genuinely fucking scary in these in the show for sure.
Yeah.
His eyes are pretty
Intense.
intense.
Yeah.
Because even when he's hugging his daughter, and then like you see him, he has that face like oh dude, I could eat you right now.
Yeah.
But then he's like, actually, I'm gonna go to sleep. And it's just his face as he's saying. He's like, now I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God, go to bed. And of
Yeah.
course,
And it would do, and she didn't let him go either. She's like, "Don't you turn away from me," or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And then that's whenever you get that awesome scene with him talking to what's her name, military man, what's his name? He got it, which I liked a lot. I was actually hoping all the military guys were gonna get slaughtered,
Mm-hmm.
but only that one did. But
I don't remember
I'm
that
okay with
part.
that. Huh?
I don't remember that part. What happened there?
Whenever he was frozen and military man came up, he's like, "Oh my god, I didn't believe that. I thought that maybe you were just a old wise tale,
Mm-hmm.
and that you were just it's like a ghost story or something." And no, you're both of them. And then the Shiner guy has him like in like his head, and so he's trying to like bully him in his head, and then the military guys are like messing with him, and I guess he got hit and stuff, and so that messed up his
Mm-hmm.
his shining abilities, and so Pennywise sees his hand and his head, and it's a black hand. It's not white from the guys because all the guys are like all white, like old, rugged, mean, like looking guys, and he's like, "Ooh," and Pennywise is like he knows, and then he comes out of it, and then I don't know what they used. They used it a few times whenever he's in the middle of his
Yeah,
mouth being open, but
yeah.
he's frozen. I don't know if it's a statue or what, but it looks incredible. Um, so he was able to get out of it, and then he was like talking to the military man. He walks by the military man because he's like, You're free, you can go." And he smells him. He's like, "Oh, I know you." And he's I don't know if you've remembered earlier in the season that it's a flashback scene of a little boy running through the woods being
Mm-hmm.
chased by this old man.
Mm-hmm.
So he remembers him and he remembers his fear, and the military man's trying to play it off like you know you go away now, like you don't scare me, blah blah blah. But he's like actually really scared, and then he gets him.
Dang, I need to rewatch that because
That's in episode 8.
yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah, overall, we're very 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 happy with the season. Can't wait for the next one. Is there anything else?
Well, we had a thing, but we'll do it another day. So last week we were supposed to rank the DCEU movies, and also review Shazam because I personally think that Shazam is a Christmas film. But we'll do that another day. I'm sure you probably still need to write down your list.
Yep. So we'll probably plan that for next episode. So
Yeah.
I'll write down my list. I'll probably have to rewatch a couple movies. So get that
Yeah.
done. All right. Well, to those of you who are watching, thank you for being patient. Well, try to get through all the craziness with family stuff, and then on top of that, holidays.
Yeah.
Y'all
It's a
know.
weird time right now. So
this should be up before then. If not, happy holidays, everyone. You know, it's very cliche, but I think it's important to remind everyone what this time of the year is truly about, and it is about spending time with people that you don't genuinely throughout the year get to spend time with, and just remind ourselves of what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for. Um, and then obviously right after Christmas, you have the New Year's where you can set your goals. I have a few goals that I've set for the New Year's. Maybe that's something that we can have a little segment on in our next episode, because our next episode will be shot right before New Year's.
yeah.
So, very, very excited to continue with this podcast.
We need to give our ratings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm speeding us through. Go ahead and give your rating. Sorry.
Rating for the whole show?
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Not a 9.5.
9.5.
This is a masterclass of filmmaking and writing. Period. I don't care if anybody disagrees with me. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who are like, "Oh, this show sucks," which I have seen some people out there on the internet say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, people are like, "I don't get why people like this so much." Blah 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 blah. It's the writing's crap and blah blah blah. The characters are crap. No, go eat a dick.
I can somewhat understand what people are saying there, because if I had to give like a mid-season rating, it was probably like a 7. I would probably even say 6.5.
Like up to episode 4.
Yeah, the acting was just a little for me.
Mhm.
Like I had said when we first talked about it. Honestly though, this second half of the show picked up for me in the way that I needed it to. Um, I'm going to say a 9
Yeah, so we're close. Yeah,
for
okay.
sure. I think that I and this is me just being super picky. I think if you just had an entire sorry, my voice cracked like 5 times. If you had like an entire season of what we had in the second half, oh, you're getting like a 10 for me, probably.
Yeah,
Um, it's just the first couple episodes, while they were good, um, and I liked what they ended up doing, uh, with you know, you thinking that they're seeing Pennywise, like they're catching Pennywise on the camera, but it's
Mhm.
actually his daughter,
yeah.
uh, dressed up as him. I liked how they did that. Um, yeah, I'll say 9
Okay,
for sure.
Right. Who's your MVP for the show?
Oh, it's definitely Richie.
Rich. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
And
Like,
the least. And what's your? Well, I'm gonna get through this real quick. What's your least favorite storyline of the whole show? I got one, and it's a storyline you're probably not even remember because it was so far in the background that I actually kind of forgot. You want me to go?
Come back to me.
Okay. When they're just pretty much hiding that dad the whole time.
Yeah.
That whole storyline was just kind of like blech.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I forgot about that. I forgot that you're still a wanted and etc.
I never forgot about it. But yeah, I can definitely understand that. I mean, you don't get the opening of episode 7 without that storyline.
Yeah. That's
So,
that's the moment where I was reminded that okay, yeah, that's still going on.
Yep. I gotta say, at first, what's the is her name Lily?
Who?
The the one that like went to the psych penitentiary because of what happened to her dad.
The main actress of the show, pretty much. I mean, she was pretty much the main actress for like half of the show,
Yeah.
and then she kind of took a back seat, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, we didn't even talk. I'm sorry to cut you off. We didn't even talk about the very end of episode 8.
What happened at the end?
Beverly.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
They pretty much come in and tie in the like moments before episode chapter 1.
Yep.
That was nuts.
I totally forgot about that. Yep.
I did not expect any of that. That was
but you know what's kind of crazy though? How is she like pretty much that same age? Because it's Beverly then, and then she re-meets Beverly 27 years later when Beverly's an adult.
No, so that remember Pennywise that's a manifestation of that old lady. The old lady is dead. She's not actually there in it chapter 2. Yeah, Pennywise takes the form of her.
That's right. Yep. Sorry. Clearly, my brain's not working.
Continuity. The same actress and everything. They could have just easily got a different actress in there.
Her very last role.
Yeah.
Very last scene she ever shot. R.I.P. to that actress. Okay. We need to wrap up before I literally fall asleep on the podcast. Pretty much where I was just leaving off. I'm very excited to see where this podcast is in a year from now.
Yeah.
Going to continue to just work to bring more content and have more ideas, put more time and effort into the channel and all that. So we appreciate y'all, whoever is watching. And hopefully we can continue to entertain y'all with our stupidness.
Oh.
I'm going to avoid saying the saying, but we're wrapping up. So,
you sure you don't want to say it?
I'm Dakota.
I'm Rich.
And thank you for watching another episode of R&D Rewind. Merry Christmas, everyone. Be safe, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.